Alright guys, when you're doing roll bar curls, you want to get a nice stance, shoulder width apart, grab that roll bar, get a good grip, keep your elbows at the side, and curl it up! Yeah! Feel the burn! You got it. 6 more. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Extreme Daily Drivers. Got my little partner here today, Kelly. So we got an awesome job today, man. We are actually installing a roll bar. Since Kelly decided to buy a $200 car that has like absolutely nothing installed in it, this is the perfect time to install a roll bar, because the biggest thing with a roll bar is what you have to uninstall. And in this car, it really wasn't much.
Everything was already uninstalled.
So Kelly and I did a little bit of cleanup this morning. Let me show you what we've done so far. So if you guys remember from last week's video, we had all sorts of issues on this rear panel because of rust, which I kind of tackled this morning, got most of it off. I basically won the war on many of these things. You can see here this bolt's still rusted in place. Got another one there. But with the use of a drill, I was able to kind of remove as much as I can from those bolts and keep this pretty darn clean. And then Kelly and I went ahead and wiped everything down. And man, look how good it looks, man.
So much better.
So the last thing we have to remove before we actually start with the installation of the roll bar are the seatbelt posts. So Kelly and I are going to grab some wrenches. Looks like 17 or 19 millimeter. And we're going to go ahead and pull these seatbelt posts off. Alright guys, now we're ready to start installing the actual roll bar, and this is the Hard Dog Hardcore double diagonal for the M2, and this is also a hardtop version. Okay, so what all that means is that this roll bar will work with a factory style rear glass window. Okay, that's why we got it this way. Now we also got the hardtop version just because, who knows, someday might get a hardtop and we want this to be able to fit underneath. So what's really cool about this bar is that it is the max thickness on the tubing, which is just super robust and cool looking, and it does come with these harness tabs, which are really nice just in case someday in the future want to change the seats out for something more race inspired and hook up some harnesses. So the bar comes with everything you need to do the installation. This is a bolt-in bar. You could weld it in if you wanted to. These are the backing plates. These will go on the back side of the bar once we get it mounted inside the car. You get a ton of nuts and bolts, all necessary in order to do the installation. Many of these, I believe, are kind of like replacements for some stock stuff. You also get some directions that basically tell you to go to this website and follow what it says. Now, I've gone to the website. We're following what it says. I will say this, I do wish there were more pictures involved. It's a ton of writing, and there are very few diagrams actually referred to. It's also not very specific to the bar that you're actually installing. They're kind of generic directions for an NA Miata, which is of course what we have, and they are kind of covering a broad spectrum of many of the different bars offered by Hard Dog. So I do wish directions were a little bit better, but between these directions, the Car Passion channel, which I know you guys watch, and a bunch of other stuff that we have access to online, we should be able to install this thing without too much trouble. It's really not rocket science. It's just a bunch of holes and the bar gets mounted. guys, it's been a day, man. It's been a day, but we got it in. We got it in. She's rock solid. And honestly, it was fine, right?
Yeah, the only problem was the seatbelts.
The
That
seatbelt.
really hung us up for a while.
When we went to install the seatbelts, the passenger side was fine. But when we went to install the driver's side, it would not retract. It had nothing to do with the roll bar installation, but we wound up losing probably 2 hours on trying to figure out the seatbelt. We got to figure it out. Everything's fine now, but it was not fun. So, yeah, man, it is in. It's dirty. It's got grease all over it from my hands, but super nice, man. It's actually way nicer than I thought it would be. As far as like this part here, as far as the spacers go. I like these little plastic little clips that they give you to cover up where the seatbelts now are relocated. It's really nice. So, dude, this thing is more than solid. It will do the job if it has to. Now, one of the benefits of this, besides saving your life in a rollover, would be the fact that it really strengthens the car. All right, when you got a convertible like this, you don't have a roof. So you need something to keep it stable while the top's down, right? Or when you don't have a roof. And this guy's going to do that for us. So anyway, we're just not going to leave things like it is and package it all up the way it is, man. If you guys noticed, we still have half a box of kill mat left over. And Kelly and I are going to go to town and cover this as much of this section as we possibly can with this kill mat. Use it all up, and then we'll go ahead and reinstall our panels. All right, guys, we're finishing up the kill mat here, but before we do, I want to show you this awesome new panel I got here. Check it out. From the dealer, still making these things. We got the fuel cover lid along with genuine grommets from Mazda. Check those out to install them, as well as the little hardware. So cool that you can still get this stuff. All right, guys, last thing to install. Do you remember our old trim panel? I mean, I kept it here, sitting here, just so I could film it. And just, golly, it was such a mess. Well, I got a new used one. I think this was $50. Believe it or not, this is not an easy thing to find. So, super happy that we scored it, and it's in great shape. We're going to clean it up a little bit, get it installed, and that's going to be it. All right, guys, what do you think of this, huh? It's starting to look like something. There's still lots of work to go on in here. But, dude, the roll bar's in. Roll bars. And what do you think?
Yeah, it looks great.
It does, man.
It's starting to look like an actual car.
It really is. Now, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, dude, what about the carpet? What about all the other stuff that goes back here? Well, we're holding off on that until next week. Reason being is we have a new vinyl top with a glass rear window coming in the mail. So that should be here on Tuesday. We'll get that installed in the next video. And when we do, we will be addressing all the trim stuff that goes down in here that's going to have to be modified in order to fit properly and make this look nice. And we'll take care of the carpet and get that cut to fit properly as well. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you check us out next week when we put the new vinyl top on. This thing's really going to come to life. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
See ya.